And now, live from the studios of WHUC, this is Real Talk, where we get you something to talk about.
Hello, and welcome back to another edition of Real Talk. I'm your host, Tyler Dotson. Joining us is someone who's already making waves and is destined for greatness. He is future NFL phenom and Hall of Famer, Mr. Tyler Dotson. Join me in welcoming Mr. Dotson. Let's give him a well round of applause. Thank you for joining us. For those who may not know, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your journey to football? Thank you for having me. You asked me how my journey to football was. I did tear my knee in high school, and I did end up going to a 2-year first before I continued to pursue my dreams of being in the NFL. I would say the journey was long and enduring. I made a couple stops along the way, but I eventually ended up being a walk-on at the University of Alabama. I was given my shot, and I took it and I ran with it. What makes me play at such a high level? I mean, I pride myself on being the best and competing against the best. And at the University of Alabama, that's quite literally all you run into is the best. So, can you walk us through your football journey so far and how your experience on and off the field have shaped you into the athlete you are today? My experience in football, I would say me being the athlete that I am, I've had years to sit behind certain people and learn the game. And even in my spare time, just learning the game on my own, I pride myself on being a student of the game, And I take that with a lot of pride, and I take that with a grain of salt, and I do the best I can. What are your goals as you move forward, and how do you see yourself reaching the next level, the NFL? And some of the goals I'm hoping to reach, obviously, the draft, going number one. But right now I'm focused on getting better every day, and hopefully me and my team can compete for a national championship in the near future before I go. And even though that may sound like personal goals, I'm striving for something greater, to be remembered as one of the best. You mentioned future Hall of Famer when you introduced me, which is what I'm shooting for, to be in Canada. So I'm glad you mentioned being a student of the game, because I wanted to ask you, what legacy do you hope to leave behind both on and off the field? Well, I mean, the legacy I want to leave off the field is, off and on the field is, just to be consistent in everything I do. I take pride in, like I said, I take pride in being a student of the game, which you mentioned so gracefully just a few minutes ago. And I hope that my children, or whenever I have kids, they follow in my footsteps or take what I give them into consideration, even for young athletes, just to go through the process and enjoy it while you're going through it. And the legacy I want to leave behind is more so of that I was consistent every day. Came in, put in the work, put in the time, and that's being on and off the field. Consistency goes both ways. What advice would you give young athletes who dream to reach the NFL one day? Since you're kind of going through the process yourself, better question is, how would you give athletes advice to get to the next level? The advice I would give to young athletes, hardship is a part of the process. And I think that you take the time, you put in the work, and the work will show. Some people get discouraged over, not being number one in the state or number one in the nation or number two or such things like that. But you take pride in the work that you do, whether you get recognized or not. The talent will always show. Talent, hard work, and talent. It beats out being recognized every time. Thank you. That's insightful advice. Hopefully kids take that into consideration. I would like to thank Mr. Dotson for taking time out of his busy day to sit down with us and share his incredible story. From humble beginnings to future greatness, we're honored to have him here. Remember to like us on Facebook at Radio and TV Production, and to subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay tuned to all stories happening around Hinds. Until next time.